several of my colleagues and great friends on the board, who I affectionately refer to as the heckling crew, who are here. But most importantly, this meeting was organized with, obviously the planning committee did a great job, but I'd like to recognize my colleagues and friends from the board. We're going to start off with Mr. John Belcher. He is the current NATCO president. John, you can raise your hand there. Everybody knows John. He's been around forever. And then we've got Danielle Gooch, who will be our incoming president. And where's the rest of the heckling crew? Oh, I'm going to start with Gail. Gail Stendhal is over there on the left-hand side. She is one of the counselors at large. Stacy Lorette is in the back. She's our incoming secretary. Haley Hoy is right up front here. She'll be leading the pack on heckling. She's also a counselor at large. And Tommy Friesen is in the back. And Mr. Glenn Matsuki is right up front. Did I miss any of my friends here in the room? No? I got you all. Okay, great. So again, welcome. We're going to go ahead and get started and talk to you a little bit about NATCO. So please enjoy your breakfast as we go along. So of course, like any good organization, we have a mission. And certainly our mission is that we lead the donation and transplantation community by uniting our members, advancing education and promoting research and advocacy. I mean, that's what we're all here to do. We're here to make sure that we're doing our job every day, and however we can enhance that to, again, better the lives of those who are waiting for transplantation, to not only support the families who choose donation, that we have to come united as a group and do. Our vision is that we're going to empower our transplant professionals to achieve the highest potential, and we will be known by the success of our members. So you are the future leaders of this organization. Everybody has leadership capabilities within them, and the encouragement that you bring to a meeting is going to set forth the success of this organization for years to come. So we are one of the preeminent organizations for transplant professionals, and on behalf of our members, we're the premier source for comprehensive and quality education on organ donation and transplantation. The amount of education that is developed and put together for our members is astronomical. Something that we're very proud of. Is something that's been in place for 41 years now, and we look forward to making more and continuing to grow those opportunities. We influence legislation, regulatory bodies responsible for public policy. This is so incredibly important. Anything that comes out for public comment that needs to be shared with the community, we all need to be active in that and give our opinions so that we can, again, advance things that are going to better what we do already on a daily basis. We maintain and enhance collaborative partnerships with key transplant organizations. This is one of the things that we have talked about for a very, very long time. I mean, across the aisles, I think we need to communicate a little bit better from the OPO side and the transplant. We need to build those relationships just a little bit tighter. We're very excited for this meeting, as we have invited many of our hospital partners to come who have not experienced a NATCO meeting, only to engage with other transplant partners and the OPO side. So we're very excited about having that. And of course, we support and participate and encourage research in our field. So incredibly, very, very important, as you'll hear a lot of presentations probably throughout the meeting on what individuals have done, what it means to the industry, and where we're going to go in the future. So a little bit about our history. We're incorporated in 1975 and was founded by transplant and procurement coordinators, really, who had a vision to unite a group of individuals to better our community. It's initially developed to provide standards on education, which again is the forefront of what we all want to do. Continuing education and quality education, again, is going to help us at every step of our career. And actually developed the first organ allocation system in the United States, which is called 24 Organ. I don't know if anybody in the room remembers that. I know I don't, but I know just a little bit about it, and there's the way that the allocation system actually got enhanced. So who are the NATCO members? Welcome, that's you. We are the Professional Society for Transplant Procurement Specialists. We're the only organization that brings both groups together, from the clinical transplant professionals, procurement transplant professionals, and the hospital development specialties and family services personnel. We are very, very excited that now joining us for our meetings recently has been our transplant nutrition individuals. And so it's really great to have you here. If you're in the audience, we appreciate you being here. you bring so much value to our membership, and we hope that that continues throughout the years. So from the procurement side, we see many from the upper management, procurement directors, the public education and community registry development professionals, hospital development professionals, or family care and consent professionals, the organ recovery, donor evaluation, and management professionals, and then our preservation and perfusion professionals have really started to come in because they need an area as well to relay to the membership about what they do and what their daily jobs are, and then our eye tissue recovery and screening and recovery professionals. So you can see it's like one big giant family that we're blending all together, and again, we're all here for the same common cause. So our clinical manager, our clinical side, our clinical transplant case managers, our transplant coordinators, our transplant nurse practitioners, the transplant pharmacists, our social workers, and as I said, the dietitians now are here. And again, that's such a valuable input to what this organization is and what we have to offer. Our transplant managers, the administrators, and the educators. So what are the membership benefits? If you're sitting here going, well, I'm having a great breakfast, but why should I be part of NATCO? Well, one is that there's discounted registration fees for educational offerings. So important. I think at this time where all of us, either on the procurement side or the transplant side, are feeling a little bit of the push and a little bit of the squeeze, that having appropriate availability of educational offerings at a discounted rate is very important, not only to the management staff who does financial things, but also on the transplant side, the transplant centers who experience the same thing. Our Journal of Progress in Transplantation is second to none. If you've not received this, and you will begin to receive it, it's a scientific index journal, and it's available also online. There are a lot of great articles in there from the transplant side as well as the procurement side. One of the big benefits out of this is that you can get your complimentary CE test, which means you'll get the CEU. If you read an article, take the test at the back, and that is in the issues that come out. And so I believe you can get about 10 a year is what it comes out to be on that. And when it comes down, it comes time to recertify for your CPTC certification or your CCTC certification, you have the ability to really capture all the necessary continuing education credits that you need. And then complementary registration to NATCO webinars that we've just incorporated that have been very well received, and we look forward to having many more throughout the year and beginning next year. And then we do have a website which is for a members only section. So there is a lot of value that this organization brings to the community on procurement and the transplant side. And that's just to name a few. So we established core competencies for transplant professionals, also for the procurement coordinator, the clinical coordinator, the requester, the clinical transplant nurse, and the advanced practice transplant professional. And the educational needs assessment, like we are always looking to see what can we do more, what more can we provide. And again, this is an important area that we've undertaken. A lot of our board members have really embraced this to try to provide these benefits and really enhance them so that we can get more out to our membership. So we participated recently in a lot of discussions in Washington roundtable sessions with NKF, AST, ASTS, UNOS, and other transplant organizations. It's important for us to have a voice at this table. These are other big organizations, but our voice coming from the transplant and the procurement side as a membership is very important, again, to enhancing those bills that are currently in the table or on the table or looking to go to the Senate for passing. So our voice needs to be heard, and we always make sure that we have a representative from the NATCO side at these roundtable talks. Testifying at the Advisory Committee on Transplant or other public hearings on organ donation and transplantation, and participating in consensus conferences related to topics in the industry, whether that is transplantation or procurement. Again, it's about a voice and having that voice at the table so that they know that we are here supporting what we are doing and supporting the needs of our members. So we got a couple of upcoming NATCO educational offerings. First and most importantly, this meeting right here, very well attended. We have a lot of great sessions that are scheduled over the next 3 days, and I think you're going to be very pleased as being a new member or part of a first-time attendee. So coming up in October of this year, we have the Advanced Hospital Development and Leadership Workshop, October 12th through the 14th, and that's in Chicago. Followed by, in June next year, another great hot place to be, an introductory course for new transplant professionals and procurement professionals, June 9th through the 12th in Tempe, Arizona. And it's just a great course. I can't say enough about this course. This is how I got started in the industry, by being part of the faculty that is teaching at this course, always well attended. If you're new to the procurement and transplant side, I greatly encourage you to go back to your organization and really say that I want to go to this meeting. There's a lot of great education that comes out of that as well. That's another way for you to network a lot of individuals. And then the NATCO Fundamental Building Blocks of Hospital Development at the same time, the 9th through the 12th in Tempe. And then our annual meeting next year. So let's get this on your docket, put it in your book, put it on a big sign on your wall back in your office, whatever you need to do. Send yourself reminders. We're going to St. Louis next year. And we are excited to go to St. Louis. It's going to be another great meeting, just like all our other meetings are, August 2nd through the 5th. So mark that down, and I hope to see many of you there again. And then we're working on some other things, the Advanced Donor Management Workshop. We've heard loud and clear from our professionals from the procurement side that, hey, I've been in the industry for a long time. If you're in this industry longer than 5 years, 10 years, you know that you need to have something else that's going to keep you engaged. And so we've heard that loud and clear, and we're working on trying to develop an Advanced Donor Management Workshop. And so we will let you know as that unfolds. We'll get emails out, we'll blast it out wherever we can. Glenn is great at doing the social media, and we'll make sure that it gets on there. So that's to come, so keep that in mind as well. Our CCTC review course has been a hit. Many members of the board have been traveling and providing this course on site to the transplant professionals who are preparing to take their CCTC course. They've done a fabulous job with this. If your institution is preparing yourself, or you have members that are preparing to take the CCTC course and you're looking for a review, please let us know, and we can certainly make arrangements to get that course out to you. And we are under redevelopment, if you will, for our CPTC review course. That's just as important as the CCTC review course. We had it a long time ago, and now we just felt that it was time to bring that back. So that is under review. It's actually being headed up by Tommy Friesen, who is one of our counselors at large. And so we're going to develop that, and once we get things underway and it's reviewed, we'll make that available to the membership. So some legislative initiatives. These are ongoing Medicare coverage for immunosuppressive drugs. That's been ongoing for a long time and still needing passage. So again, it's about our voice in Washington, making sure that that's on any federal appropriations that are coming up. The intended recipient donation, impaired live kidney donation, and living donor healthcare coverage, insurability, and follow-up. So these are some big initiatives, because we've got to make sure that the individuals that are undertaking this with live donation are covered, and that they have the appropriate voice to make sure that there's nothing lost by what they are given. Again, so a very, very important initiative, and again, it's about the voice on the bill. So how can you become involved? Well, we've got a lot of standing committees, and I encourage each and every one of you in this room this morning to not only join, but challenge yourself and look at these committees and pick one that so fits what you want to do. It's a great way to network. It's also a great way to expand your experience and really get involved in what NATCO has to offer. So we have general committees on ethics, public policy, and research, and then transplant focused, obviously, on liver and intestine, the kidney pancreas committee, thoracic transplant committee, liver donor committee, and then on the procurement side, procurement committees, the family care and consent committee, which has really become, I think, a new way now, with the way that we are talking with families and how that shift is. This is an important committee to get obviously involved with. And then hospital development committee and our tissue committee. So there are a lot of opportunities. I wouldn't restrict yourself to one. If you think there's one or maybe two that you want to do, put yourself into it. Just stay involved, because it's important for these committees to carry on. And as new members, we're looking for you to provide that leadership for years to come. A lot of project initiatives, improving recruitment and retention of the members. So we want to increase and maintain, nurture, and sustain our membership. Without our members, the organization doesn't exist. And so if you're working with someone who was a member and they haven't been at a meeting in a while, please go back and encourage them to come back. Our membership means everything to us. It means everything to this organization. We're going to speak with one voice through collaboration and advocacy. We're going to advocate for implementation in donation and transplant policy and nurture collaboration with relationships to advance our mission. I mean, again, we've got to speak with one voice collectively. Improve education and content of the delivery, evaluate our committee to education by maintaining and expanding our formats in which they are delivered to meet the emerging needs of our members. I think it goes without saying that we all know on the procurement side and on the transplant side, and even with the transplant nutrition and diets, that there are things that change every day. And we've got to be aware of it, we've got to be able to keep up with it. We don't want to fall behind, and so we're always looking at ways that we're going to provide that further education which comes out with those changes. Improving our internal and external communications. And that's the theme really of this meeting, is communication. And I think on a daily basis we could all do a better job of communicating not only within our organization but also with each other. And so we're going to build brands by expanding the reach through emerging new media and delivering clear, timely, and consistent messaging. Glenn has done a phenomenal job for us as a board member working on the social media aspect. And so again, it's one thing is we can get our voice out there, we can be seen, we can be heard. That's going to create our successes again for years to come. Strengthen and protect our financial health. NATCO is going to improve our management development procedures and tools to help the organization more consistently balance cost and value member. Donna Dick, who is our executive director, has done a phenomenal job with this organization for the past 2 years. This is our second year where we are on our own. We were prior managed by an organization, and we just thought that it was time for us to branch out and go on our own. And Donna undertook that cause with us, along with direction from our past presidents who helped us really weave the way to make us a little more firm and self-sustaining, if you will, in this organization. And so we're doing really well, and we're proud of what we have done over the past 2 years, and we're looking forward to some of the challenges that still face us, but without a doubt, we're going to be around for years to come, and it's only going to get better. And then promoting research and build grant infrastructure. Promoting research and new resources and funding for research and provide our members with a venue to report, collaborate, and publish their research. So important. Whatever you do every day, if it's worthwhile writing up, it's worthwhile publishing. Whatever we can do to help enhance that and get that word out, that's our responsibility as a membership. That's our responsibility as a board. That's the responsibility of everyone who sits in this room and who's attending the meeting. And obviously, you can connect with us. Facebook, you can Twitter, we're on LinkedIn, and again, Glenn is the guy for social media. You got social media questions that you need answered, ask Glenn. If you ask me, I'm going to crash your computer, crash your phone, or whatever else happens. So that's not my area of expertise. That is really all I have, and I can tell you the value in this organization is yet to come. When I started a long time ago, back in 2000, I never dreamed that I, would be part of the board of directors within this organization. And that dream's a reality for everybody that's in the room. And so as you develop your career throughout the years to come, and hopefully stay in the industry for a long time, challenge yourself, but also challenge the organization. Whatever we can do as an organization, from the board of directors to our executive director, please let us know. Your voice counts. We're counting on you as members, and we wish you all the very best in your careers, both on the transplant side and the procurement side. And if there's any questions, please find the board of directors. Anyone can pull you aside, just have a conversation, whatever it is that might be burning. So thank you for your attention. Enjoy the rest of the meeting, and look forward to talking to all of you again. And enjoy your breakfast. Thanks.
Thank you.